Yep.
Walk over there. This is
Get away from everyone.
oh
Be the way to live. Oh, this looks good too. Right back in here.
yeah. Where?
Trail. Yep.
Alright, so here's that same stick I was using. It's pretty close to center point. So this takes all the center line. I think about setting one of my game cameras right back here, facing out that
We
way.
should stagger them in various different angles.
Yeah, okay.
So when one triggers and lights up the area, maybe another one will catch part of that infrared light as well.
Yeah, yeah. And I've got mine, I got one set to take videos and one set to take photos.
Let's put stand off this and see how you treat
So I think I'll put one right here facing out that way. Alright, so these are my new game cameras that I'm putting up today. I got 2 new ones for Christmas. I tested them at the house and I like the way they do.
That'd be a good one. Back there on that tree right back there, too. See that one by itself?
Yeah,
That'd be a tree to consider, too.
okay. Alright, so that looks good. Alright, so I thought this was kind of odd that this game camera, the one taking videos, it's got like 3 short videos. Well, it's got the videos of me setting up the camera, me walking around in front of it while I'm setting up everything, and then me and Chris leaving the area, walking past it. And then the 4th video was of the tree falling over. And it looked to me like in the video, like whatever did this, whether it fell naturally or if something was pulling it down. One part of it fell over and triggered the camera, and then you can see the main part coming down and hear it break. And then the very next video is of me on the next Saturday collecting the camera, turning it off, and collecting the cameras. I had Jason Kenzie here with me, And one of the nights we were sitting here at the table, we were charging batteries and transferring the memory off the footage off of the memory cards. And I showed him this video, my game camera video of the tree falling over. And we sat here and watched it several times over and trying to see if we could see anything moving behind the trees. And it sounded to us like something was actually pulling the tree branch down and breaking it. You can hear the break. So we kept watching it over and over, and we're pretty sure that there was a Sasquatch back there pulling the tree down, because we all know that they avoid the game cameras, and we believe that he came up from behind the trees back there, keeping the trees in between him and the game camera. And also where we were set up with the tent experiment, it was right by a spring, a natural spring right there. So I think that I think he was probably mad that we were right there in that area and had set up by that spring. That's probably his source of real clean drinking water. And me and Jason were pretty sure that's what we were seeing on the game camera, that he came up from behind, keeping the trees in between him and the game camera so that he couldn't be seen, and broke that tree branch. And you could hear it, like I said, you could hear it. It looked like he was pulling it down. You could hear it snap, break. And then he left the same direction, keeping the trees between him. Because you can see in this, when me and Jason go back there, when I set up the game camera again on the tree, me and Jason go back there to where it was, where the tree broke. And you can see that me and Jason are both clearly hidden by the trees. So no matter what size he was, a big huge Sasquatch, he could easily be hidden by the trees and keeping them in between the game camera and him, and then turn around and leave the same direction. So here's some footage where me and Jason went back in there. Now this is Chris Connor's area that me and him went back in there and we're doing the tent experiments and the tuning forks, things like that, and we were sitting there having a discussion. So I talked to Chris, made sure he was okay with me taking Jason in there. So I did that out of respect. I don't want to go into Chris's area. I wouldn't want to go into Chris's area like that without asking him and making sure he was okay if I go in there and take somebody in there and film and re-look at that, where the game camera caught that tree falling.
See if you can keep the camera pointed this way because it's still rolling. You can come over here under still.
Okay, so the game camera was right back there behind where Dan's at now.
The tree that we broke in the video.
Okay.
So it looks like this part of it here went down first, causing it to trip the camera for it to come on video. And then this other part of the tree it broke it and fell that way.
It was like hiding behind this tree.
And it hung on to that little branch right here, that little tree. As you can see in the video where that little tree was pulled and snapped back up.
That one right there?
This one right
Yeah,
here.
uh-huh.
Oh,
It is heavy,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
And and I can lift 500 and 600 pounds, right? Because you could tell with the muscles I have. But so it was hiding behind that tree.
Yeah,
Then it pulled it
and
down,
pulled it down.
and it's like it knew.
Yeah,
It knew that it couldn't be seen by the camera.
yeah. Chris's other cameras, he had 3 cameras over there. They were pointing off in different directions.
It also.
They weren't pointing this way.
Now, why isn't there footprints though? So.
Well, it's rained since then.
Oh.
It rained Monday. So So it would have washed out any
So
footprints.
it would have came from that way.
Yeah,
Because
the one
it,
at the end of your video, right there.
yeah, the video that, yeah, the end of my
the tree
video.
is covered.
Yeah, Chris has got video.
A lot of raccoon tracks.
This is actually pretty incredible. This is why it's important to come to the exact area.
And I
where
don't
the
see any
encounter
kind of
happened.
footprints.
That way you can look.
But it did rain.
You can look and see the situation. I can't believe how big this is.
This is a natural
Because in the
spring here.
video,
It's,
it doesn't look
it's
that
got water
big. It
running
looks-
right here where it doesn't
small.
down there.
And this was way up here.
Yeah, yeah, it was, yeah. It was way up there in the video.
Way up there.
Yeah,
This is awesome.
That's at the end of the video too.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's the one.
Okay, we know it's you, Skunk Ape, that you did this. Stop destroying Mother Nature. Now we're going to get some duct tape and we're going to try and fix this. Thank you to you, Skunk Ape. And if you're mad, eat the camera guy. He's way bigger than I am. That wasn't a fat joke either. Just to let you know.
Alright, so we got Dan and Jason
Alright,
with me out here
I'll do
doing
that.
this. Checking this out from the
I gotta go get
my game
my
camera.
what do you call it?
I brought the game camera with me so I could put it back up in the same place and film us. Alright, so I'm gonna put it on the tree.
Like, I'm so glad we came back here. I am so glad that you hid my stuff
Yeah,
because I'm relaxed.
Good.
I'm really into the thing. I don't have to worry about it. As long as that's not in the shot.
Okay.
We don't want that in the shot because
Okay.
we want it to be looking exactly kind of what it was.
Okay.
Because it was during the day, right?
Yeah, it was during the day. It was like around 10:37.
Yeah.
So it's almost that same time now. It's just a little bit later now. So we should have about the same shadows and stuff as it did on them too.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
The one it got stuck on.
Okay.
So.
So this was only like 3 weeks ago, so it hadn't changed much. Everything's pretty much the same. Yeah.
Well, this only happened 3 weeks ago from today, so not much has changed.
Okay.
So now you're hidden. We can't see you now. So now we should actually we should try and lift that tree up there.
Yeah.
Because here, well, lift this up. I know it gets really close.
this was only like 3 weeks ago, so it hadn't changed much. Everything's pretty much the same. Yeah.
So this only happened 3 weeks ago from today, so not much has changed.
Okay.
So now you're hidden. We can't see you now. So now you're hidden. Move forward a little bit.
Right here. Yeah.
Yeah, right there is.
Yeah.
And there's really nothing for you to shake. There's nothing. Yeah.
Okay.
That is so. There's nothing above you to shake.
No, there's not. No.
So it got stuck. Yeah, you're right. It got stuck over there. Try and shake that branch that it did shake.
But this one here, it caught
Yeah.
off of that one.
Yeah.
It was going that way. That's in the ground really good. Yeah, so it could have easily hidden.
Yeah.
It could have stayed hidden back in here, yeah.
Now, we should actually. We should try and lift that tree up.
Yeah. See if it goes.
Like here, I kind of remember these trees right here.
So that's a deer, right?
Yeah, this deer. Those are hogs there.
That's hog, okay.
Yeah.
Right there.
That's a nice size one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, right there.
Mm-hmm. There's not many bear out. I mean, I know there is, but it's not as bad as a
No,
Ocala.
not Ocala. No, not like Ocala.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's over behind your Mayaca.
Is there a bunch?
Never, even before, you know.
Yeah.
I've never seen a black bear sighting.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you may get one rare, but it might pass by. But I've never. It's all hot out there.
Oh, right.
This had water in it last time we were here.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
Oh, it'll be filling up here soon.
Yeah. In a
Yeah.
couple weeks.
June. Yeah. Actually, May too.
Yeah.
Rainy season.
So there's supposed to be a cold front next week?
That's what I hear, but I never believe this stuff.
I understand that one we had with the Arctic one. Definitely.
I don't know. It might be because they said it's pretty cold up there. My family said it's cold.
Yeah.
So when they're cold, we usually will get something.
Mm-hmm.
In May?
Yeah. Look at the size of that tree.
That's.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That thing is massive.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Dang.
They gotta be like sitting here and hanging out.
Mm-hmm.
Why not? How perfect.
Oh, we get out.
No, you're okay. I'm just kidding.
Looking for prints or hair or something.
Anything?
Yeah.
Yeah, watch for arrowheads too.
Arrowhead?
Yeah.
Arrowheads, yeah, you can find arrowheads like that.
That's what we were
Oh,
learning.
they uproot from the ground.
Yeah, uh-huh.
That's what they were telling us in that.
Thank you.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it's a good. We learned a lot from Tim.
That's where Dave finds a lot of his.
Yep, that's what
Yeah.
they say under
really?
them trees.
Uh-huh. Yeah, when the tree uproots, you can find them sometimes.
Pulls everything out of the ground. And
Yeah, it
it's on the
does,
ground
yeah.
already. That
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
Okay. Keep an eye out on that.
Here's these branches we came over here and looked at. Where it looked like it had pulled them down and you could hear it
That's that
break.
video you had, right?
Yeah, uh-huh.
Here, too.
Is that the same?
This is the two branches here that we
'cause I
found.
was over there.
Yeah, the camera was over
yeah,
there.
I was right over there. Yeah, I was
Yeah,
right over there.
yeah.
Filming you guys. That's right.
I'm gonna put it back up over there and leave
You
it for a couple of
should.
weeks and see
should, man.
see what happens. Yeah.
But that one where you guys were out, and then that one
Mhm.
was like 30 seconds, and it just pulled down.
Yeah, it pulled down. Yeah.
That was that branch.
That was
there,
this one here. Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. I could see a camera being a perfect spot right here.
Not right now. No.
Yeah, you need to put it back.
Yeah.
one out
I'm gonna
here,
put the
man.
one back over here,
I would, yeah.
and then when we get to the fridge, I'm gonna put one up facing the fridge.
Okay, cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
This branch here,
This is one of them. Yeah.
this branch there was falling when the video came on,
Oh.
and then this one here, you could see it coming down, and you could hear it crack, and it
Oh,
just coming down like that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's
And there's a
like
couple of
happens.
these trees here that block the camera.
oh wow.
You can see me and Jason both walked over here, and we disappeared behind the trees.
yeah. I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was cat
So
was right over
I think
there.
it came from back here on this creek. I think it came up here, pulled it down,
Oh.
mad at the camera and the campsite.
Makes sense.
Yeah, and then went back that way. Yeah. Because Chris had cameras up back over that way. And he didn't catch anything either on his.
I got one out in the slough where
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you have to keep them out there.
I mean, they know it's there. I moved it.
Yeah.
Poor James, every time he puts them out,
Oh yeah.
someone smashes them.
Yeah.
Dang.
Poor guy.
Uh-huh.
Hikers or
I think he lost like 3 now.
Yeah.
He just had a video of one.
Yeah.
I saw it this morning. I didn't see it, but I saw you posted something.
Oh yeah, he's always out there.
And he goes by himself too.
Yeah, and he's not well, but he has a GPS thing on him
Oh,
because
yeah,
his wife
yeah,
has to.
Yeah. Good.
He's not well at all, but
Just-
Kathy can get to him because she knows where he goes.
Oh yeah.
So his
Yeah.
wife just can call Kathy.
Okay.
So
yeah.
he doesn't go out too far.
No.
He's a trooper, that dude.
Yeah, he is. I love him.
I like James. When I
He's
got to
a
know
good
him,
guy.
my wife goes, I love him because he's so old school.
He's so funny.
He is hilarious.
Him and Kathy, they crack me up. I
They
love
cr-
them.
Yeah, they're like.
They're like brother and sister.
I thought they were brother and
Yeah.
sister.
I know.
At first.
Yeah.
Dig there.
That might be an old footprint right there.
Oh, right here.
Yeah, right there.
Well,
Yeah.
you could see this being a good spot.
Yeah.
I don't see that arch though. That must be down further.
There might be another one there. It's really old too.
Right here.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of flattened out.
So that one, and then this one.
Yeah, right there. Yeah.
So it's in front of it. This is where I learned from.
Uh huh.
In front of the other.
Hey, I learned so much just
They're going that way.
Yeah.
Both of them are going that
the
way.
tracking thing. I like learning from him
Yeah.
and James. Both of you guys taught me so much.
Mhm.
Measure the heel to heel.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I shouldn't be walking. Yeah, that definitely looks interesting, don't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. If it's the same, that's a big stride.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably 10 inches long.
Yeah, probably that or more.
And you
Yeah.
and I'm heavy. I can't even go down in
No,
there.
I couldn't do it.
Uh-uh.
Look at there. Nothing. Yeah, that's actually pretty good.
It's about 13 inches.
13 inches?
Yeah.
You know, you just can't never see him on video.
Is it right here? The heel?
I think it was right up there.
Right.
Yeah, about right up there. Yeah.
No!
That's about a 60-inch step if that's, yeah.
I'm trying to stretch it out as much as I can. I was
Yeah,
going to go the
'cause
other
it's
heel.
back here, so yeah, that's about 64 inches.
Yep. That's about right, yeah.
Yeah, that's actually about 66 to the end of it. Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Take a picture of that one.
Yeah. You can't really get him on a camera though.
Yeah.
Oh, it's that one
That's good.
and this one. Yeah, you can see. I can see right here.
Yeah, they're not bad.
From here, like you said, and then right here.
And then you can't go down and do it, you know.
Yeah.
Can you get it on camera?
Kind of. It's kind of hard.
Yeah, mine's not showing up that good.
That looked like it was turning out.
I think I was going to go that way too.
Mm-hmm.
Which I will.
Yeah, it's actually interesting.
Yeah, it is. I'm not stepping on that one behind it. Yeah, you can see it from here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when you get in the light, right, it'll stand out.
Let's see, that's something. Dan, watch by your bag too. Looks like you got a camera drop or something there.
That probably got sticks on the bag.
Spray it. I spray mine when I spray my clothes now. I spray
Yeah.
my bag.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
That's I didn't
Yeah.
care about that. I spray
Yeah.
my hat and all there.
I do. My hat too.
Mm-hmm. Let's see that one there, that little grass in it. It looks like it was mashed down and it's coming back up now.
Right here?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that grass is it was
Oh,
mashed
right
down. Yeah, it's
Yeah, I
coming
think
back
so.
up. Yeah. After a while, the grass will come back up and stand back up.
Yeah.
So this is that old climbing tree stand right here.
Yeah, I usually carry all the
Chris
water
calls that the hunter's
inside
chair,
a big backpack. I gotta get another one.
but it's actually a climbing,
You did it? I could put it.
basically a climbing chair. You have the foot platform, and then there would have been a seat on it, and you actually climb up the tree with it. And then when you get up there, you can get in position and sit. Deer tracks here.
Yeah, I see them.
Yeah.
Big old rocks.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's real.
That's a nice view.
Yeah, look in there. A lot of water back in there.
Yeah. It's a nice, perfect, that's like a beautiful view. That's
Mhm.
that swatch comes through. Look at it. Big, quick picture.
So this is where we had the tents right here.
Right here.
Yeah.
I could see that
So
being
you guys were pretty close.
good
Yeah, he
spot.
had his over there. I had mine here.
And then you come across where they pulled that thing down, was right over there.
Yeah, I had my camera back here.
Nice spot.
Good old log cabin right here. Well, there won't be no room.
Or you can have a homestead. I could do it. Yep. I'm gonna move my stick out of your way there. Keep away from everyone. Just way to live.
Alright, so here's that same stick I was using. We'll turn it on. Alright, so this one's taking videos. Okay, and I went through and I changed the batteries, put a new memory card in, and I made sure I put 2025 on this one. I made sure I got the date right this time. Alright. I'm gonna leave that there for a couple weeks. Alright. So this takes all the scent away. I'm going to take a couple of these down out of the way. I'm facing back this way again where I was before.
Right? Like I wonder.
Because that was
Yeah.
I mean, that was really odd that it was only me setting up the camera, us walking by it leaving, and then that tree coming down, and then me picking the camera back up. But we had the game cameras all facing different directions.
It's dark here.
So I'm gonna leave that there for a couple weeks.
Snap right here. Found a snap.
It's just weird how it's chewed off like that. Or scratched off, you know?
Yeah, do it all.
like using the odor eliminating spray.
For the neighbors don't see
That's
it.
funny.
Mm-hmm. I said, I'm taking this home, man.
Yeah.
That was the slew. That was my first gift there. Except for tuning forks. That's
Yeah, but that's good. Do your gifting.
Yeah. I got flipped. I go, what the F is this Blair Witch going? Clean.
That's right.
I'll take it.
Chris calls that the hunter's pit. That's a hunter's pit? Yeah, that's what he calls it. It's actually a concrete stand.
I like the picture of this.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you're close enough.
But you can't even tell that's there if you're not really.
anything else happens with it. I don't normally use a walking stick, but I brought that one of my nuts there, but because of going through all these spider webs. Alright, so the game camera here. I'm going to set this up here. So that I can film behind me a little bit. I'll just let it film while I'm taking that down. Like I said, it got up to 100 degrees yesterday at our house in the shade on the porch. Alright, so the game camera here, I'm going to take it down. So I'm going to set this over here. So that way I can film behind me a little bit. There we go. I'll just let it film while I'm taking that down. It got up to 100 degrees yesterday at our house in the shade on the porch. Batteries are still really good. So we're just going to keep it running for a minute. So we're going to get home. I'm sure it's nice out there. So this one will start taking videos. sprayed my clothes for ticks too before I came out. And I started spraying my backpack too. Just to make sure I don't get any ticks on my backpack and take them home with me. Okay, elevation, we're at 97 foot. 97-foot elevation. So earlier that was something going on there at the fridge. Almost done for today. Alright, I got the game camera, so I'm gonna stop this. Deer tracks through here. So that's got to be from an alligator right there, the tail drag. So there's an alligator around here somewhere. Then there's deer tracks over here. There's a lot of hoof tracks, hooves over here. Deer and hog.
Could this be a... impression probably, but this is not my boot. This is my boot. That's my boot right here.
Yeah, that looks like a foot. Yeah.
It just, that's not my, this is my boot.
Yeah, okay.
That's my boot, because I saw it.
Yeah.
I just took a picture of it right here.
Okay. It looks pretty wide too.
I was going to measure it real quick.
Okay.
You think so? I mean, it could be human, but I mean...
Yeah, it looks like some type of footprint, yeah. It's pretty wide too.
You want me to take a...
Yeah, if you want,
Like-
yeah.
I don't see all the other ones either. Wish I had it on.
And that's not you from before when we were here, because it's rained a lot. It rained a lot that last Saturday,
Yeah,
Sunday and Monday.
Yeah.
And they got more rain over here than we did at our house.
See, I don't know if that was there 2 weeks ago.
No, it would have been washed out.
Yeah.
And then right here is where that tree break is. And my game camera. Let's see, where's it at? I seen it a minute ago. There it is. About there, just under that that broken tree there. My game camera. So it's still there, pointing this way. And then the hunter's chair is right over there. So what we're going to do, we're going to go on back to the fridge, because it's almost an hour from here to get to the fridge. And we're going to go to it and get my other game camera and audio recorder, do a couple more experiments. and then we'll come back and get this game camera here. That way, maybe if something follows us or something, that'll catch it. So we'll just see. We'll see what we get. Then when I get home, and it'll take just a little while when I start going through these. I got a little bit of stuff to work on now before I get to these. And that looks like a footprint there. It looked pretty wide.
Kind of hard to see, but we were out here 2 weeks ago. This was not here. It looks like it's 13 inches.
13? Okay.
Here's the heel. That.
Oh, that matches those couple we found over in there.
Oh, you guys found some in there?
When you were here with me a couple weeks ago, we found two that were that same size.
You and Pam, right?
Me and you and Pam, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was
There was
two over
I
there
remember
that we
kinda
found.
weird.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, sir, I do.
Yeah, they were 13 inches too.
And there's an ant. 5.5.
And it's possibly that's what came over in here and pulled that tree limb down that day in front of my game camera. It could have been that one there, yeah.
Well, that was what, a couple months ago?
Yeah, that was a
one
few
you
months
and-
ago, yeah.
Chris
Yeah.
Connor? The one the one
Yeah, when me and him, we set up the tents in here and
Yeah.
left them for a week, and
and then you guys left.
yeah, we left,
30
yeah.
seconds later, your game power.
Yeah,
I know what you,
yep,
that's where you and Jason were
yeah,
when he came.
yeah,
When
yeah. I
was-
brought Jason right here to this,
And
yeah.
I was doing the camera.
Yeah, you were doing the camera, yeah, helping him with the filming, yeah.
Okay. 5 inches wide. 13 inches long, 5 inches wide. Across.
Yeah, that's normal. That's what we normally find for that length and the width, yeah.
Inches wide, 13 inches long, 5 inches wide.
Yeah.
Impression. Thank you. Sorry, I didn't take a picture of the.
Yeah, go ahead, yeah.
No wonder I'm losing weight.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a picture. Just give me 5 seconds. One more. Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably got 100 ticks on this thing.
Yeah.
It wasn't smart putting it on the ground, but. Cool.
Yeah.
And he said, this is a possible print, and there was 2 more 13 inches down there last week, or 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago, yeah.
Kind of do remember that.
All right.
There's a spring in there, isn't there?
Yeah, I think that's a spring right there. Yeah,
Obvious.
yeah.
Yeah, I do see bubbles, but it's that from the spring. Yeah, probably.
I'll see a bunch of tiny fish in there.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're happy now with the rain we got last week.
Yeah. That might have been a gator right there. because I saw something and
Small one?
it was moving the water a lot.
Small gator?
As I got closer, it stopped.
Okay.
So yeah, that might be
Oh, I
why
see
the
the
bubbles.
fish.
There's a lot of fish in there.
Yeah, I see the fish towards the bank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see them from here all the way over to that other bank.
Yeah.
A lot of them. Oh, when I look at them there, there's catfish. There's catfish. You can see them
There
from
they
over
are.
here.
Yep. Right here.
Yeah, right there, yeah. Yeah, they're all over there. I can see a lot of them. Those are catfish.
Gator bait.
Yeah. Yeah, that's got to be a spring right there.
Yeah. That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's bubbling. Oh, that could be it. The fish bubbling. Or
Yeah.
spring.
Yeah.
That's all natural right there.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's like Juniper Springs up in Ocala.
Yeah.
That's clear and springs and you see a
Mm-hmm.
track of springs bubbling. Everybody who was down here, if gators like clear water, the more mercury you can take, they will swim in clean water.
Yeah. So this is where we did the tent experiment. So I brought the game camera back. So the game camera's been here for 2 weeks. I wanted to bring it back and let it sit some more and see if we catch anything else or anything else happens with it here. Alright. And I don't normally use a walking stick, but I brought that one of Wynette's there, but because they're going through all these spider webs. It's getting hot. Like I said, it got up to 100 degrees yesterday at our house in the shade on the porch. Alright, so let's turn it off. Turn it back on. So the batteries are still really good. Alright, so we'll just see if we got anything on there later when I get home. It sure is nice out here. Alright, so this one was sitting there taking videos. I spray my clothes for ticks too before I come out. And I started spraying my backpack too, just to make sure I don't get no ticks on my backpack and take them home on it. Okay, at elevation we're at 97 foot. 97 foot elevation. So earlier that was something going on there at the foot. Alright, we're almost done for today. Alright, I got the game camera, so I'm gonna stop this. Alright, so I was waiting to make the video at the fridge because I want to. Yeah. I wanted to be able to go through the game camera footage too while we were there, and the audio recorder.
Sorry, I didn't want to bother you.
No, I was done over there.
The left, like the left toe here, and then
That could be.
it could be that's on.
Yeah, it could be. If it was, it looked like it might have been rained in. It could be, yeah.
Possible.
Yeah.
I took a video. I just put my foot next to it.
Okay, yeah.
If it is, and then the right foot would obviously be in this mess
Yeah.
because it's going in that direction.
Yeah.
That's what I'm wondering. Why would he go through all that?
Uh-huh.
Unless he's going to sit in there or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, yeah.
It just looked.
It does look like one, yeah.
Should I post it?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It looks. I mean,
It looks like one,
it's a nice one too.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's about half-inch deep.
Yeah.
And then I was thinking, okay, right foot, he's got to be in here.
Mm-hmm.
Unless he went. That way. Yeah, I'm just looking at it.
If he did though, yeah, he probably went right through there, is what it looks like.
Could be, yeah.
Yeah.
I was looking for the right side.
And
But,
he would have been walking on these rocks back here, so you wouldn't see one back here anywhere.
oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Then he possibly.
Mm-hmm.
It's a possibility.
Yeah, it sure is, yeah. That looks like about the same size that you found over there earlier.
Yeah, I think this is 14,
Was it?
13 and a half.
Yeah,
Probably the same one.
probably,
But this
yeah.
one's got more toe definition.
Yeah, uh-huh.
If it is.
If it is, yeah, it could be, though, yeah. Because that almost looks like the big toe there.
Right here.
Yeah, uh-huh.
And then, boom.
Yeah, yeah.
This would be the opposite. I don't see no dorsal break, though. That's.
But I think depending on the ground where they're
Yeah.
stepping, they could be leaving like 13 and 13 and a half and 13 and a quarter.
Yeah.
It could be fluctuating, but depending on what
Side.
they're actually walking in.
You could have
Yeah.
went in there and hung out in that little,
Could have, yeah.
maybe just hanging out here,
Yeah, uh-huh.
like a crib or something,
Yeah, that's kind of what it looks like, yeah.
or a little blind, or just.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so now with being here and finding the footprint like that, and having the game camera footage of the deer moving through there, now we can piece this together. So he was following the deer